Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing really well. So I wanted to do a Sims 4 build pretty much revolving around the whole Realm of Magic expansion pack. So that is what this house is, and honestly I'm super happy with how it turned out. I think it's just so cute. I would totally live here. A lot of my houses, you guys have probably realized by now, unless I'm doing a kind of like purposeful build, I really like to keep houses on like one floor, especially for the places that I am playing in with some of my Sims. This is one of them. This is a house for my Realm of Magic Sims, and I don't know why, I just have this thing. I really prefer to play on like one level houses, especially if there is a lot of Sims, which in this house, not loads, but I have 3 Sims, and there might be more, because the kind of like child sim in this house that I have, I am aiming to have her be my like university sim, so I might do a series on that, because I haven't like gone into the whole university stuff yet. I have the pack now, but I just haven't played with it at all. So I'm just doing the kitchen now. I was deciding whether to have, because I didn't know whether to have a table in the kitchen or whether to have just kind of like breakfast bars. I really wasn't liking the whole like table look, so I decided to have a little island in the middle that would act as their kind of like eating sitting place, and then in the corner there I decided to have the sink, which I thought was really cute, kind of like out the way. So these cupboards that I end up putting on top of the thing, on the cupboards, just the cupboards I end up using, I don't know what kind of words I was looking for there, but I end up actually removing those cupboards and using the white cupboards, the kind of like older looking ones in white, just because I feel like, I don't know, there were no cupboards that I thought really went with the countertops that come with Realm of Magic, which is sad, because I feel like they should have put they should always have like cupboards to match the countertops, if that makes sense. I really think that is something that they should do like all the time. So off from the kitchen, I really wanted a utility room. It's the first time I've actually done a purposeful utility room, apart from in my British house build video, but that one was like upstairs, so I've never had one kind of like close to the kitchen and without having like all of the utility room washing things in the kitchen as well. So I thought it was really cute to just have it kind of like tucked away, and I do end up putting like a curtain over the door, so it's kind of like hidden away from like if you have guests over or whatnot. I also do put a door from the utility room leading out into the garden. The garden is something that I kind of struggled with in this build. Something you guys probably notice as well is I sometimes start off with the video with just a shell of house. That's because sometimes it really takes me so long, probably far too long, to come up with a decent kind of like design for a house that I am happy with. This one took me a really long time, because I was trying to figure out where I would have the bathroom, but then I decided it's just gonna, my idea for this was I was gonna have the 2 Sims, and then they were going to have a child later down the line, which they have had now, so there would only really need to be 2 bedrooms, and I decided to just have both bedrooms as like en suites, so there is no public bathroom, if you will, so there's no purposeful bathroom for like guests or whatever to use that have to like use one of the en-suites. So I wanted this room upstairs in this house. This house has 1 room upstairs, which like I'm fine with because it's a purposeful room, and this one I really wanted to emphasize the whole Realm of Magic thing. So it's got a cauldron, it's got loads of the little like potion bookcase things that they've got in, it's got a little desk and all that kind of stuff. I did have to like move around some of the stuff on one of the desks I put in the house, because I put in the kind of like child's room, I put it's a teen's room now because she's like grown up, but I end up putting in there a laptop, and this Sims, if you put too much on like a desk of like move objects and stuff like that, then the Sims can't, if you click on the computer, they won't just like sit down and use it if there's too much stuff. So I have to like sit my sim inside the chair and then click on the computer, and they will like use it absolutely fine. but that's slightly irritating. But I now ended up moving some of the stuff off of the desk. But if you do download this house, there will be all of that stuff still on the desk. I apologize if you can hear the dogs in the background barking. They're downstairs and it's just super loud. So yeah, I wanted this little room up here, so I ended up putting some like crack decor in just to make it a bit more kind of witchy and wizardy, this, that and the other. And honestly, I'm so happy with how this house looks and like the idea and design behind it. I hope you guys like it as well. As always, you'll be able to find it on the gallery if you would like. So this room here is actually the parents' bedroom. I was thinking about using this bed because it comes with Realm of Magic, but at the same time I was just like, it doesn't really suit it. I don't know, it just didn't really suit the room, and I couldn't find a swatch that I liked, so we ended up going for this other bed that come with University, I believe. And just like building off of that, kind of like the house is very black and white, apart from the magic room, which is upstairs, which has the really nice, I love those stained glass windows, the like purple and pink ones. I think they look awesome. And the parents' room, sometimes when I have big bedrooms, I really struggle. I'm like, I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to do in them. Like, there's only so many cupboards and stuff that I feel like you can stick in and have it be like not super cluttered, but cluttered enough that it's, I don't know, livable kind of thing. So I thought I'd go with like two little chest of drawer type things and a wardrobe, and I wasn't liking it. I wasn't feeling it. So I ended up putting in like a little seating area next to the wardrobe, and I think that's so cool, just for like a place for the parents to hang out and chill out if they don't want to hang out and chill out inside the like living room and stuff like that. So you can see it quickly changed in, and I've put in a bunch of like knickknacks. Sometimes it takes me forever to do that, so I don't necessarily record everything I do in a build, just because it just takes me a really long time sometimes to do builds, which sucks because I'm so indecisive, but at the same time it's something that I really like doing. But for them to end up being like really short videos, it's kind of a bit like I spend so much time. But yeah, I really like this build and everything. So I'm just doing the bathroom for the parents' house. The parents' bathroom, I definitely wanted to have kind of like everything you could. So it's got a bath, a shower, obviously a toilet and a sink, and I was just trying to figure out a way to have them be like that and be usable. The only thing with the shower where I have put it at the moment, if any of you guys try to do this, because it was something that come up in the options, and I was just like that's funny, I will do that. They can actually woohoo in the shower like that. I don't know why. I think it's the wall or something. They can like have a shower and stuff like that, but they just can't woohoo in the shower with the shower where it is in the parents' bedroom. So moving to the kids' room, or teen's room now that she is, I obviously an ensuite, so I was trying to figure out how to sort it out. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. I know the smallest kind of like bathroom you can have in a house is it's like 3.5 tiles or 4 tiles is like the smallest you can have a bathroom, and I just couldn't get it to work. I think it was the odd shape that I made the room, but I ended up making it work. And everything in this house, as far as I'm aware that I've tested, I've been playing it quite a bit, is fully functional and all of that stuff. And if you do decide to have this house as kind of like what I have it, obviously a child and 2 parents or whatnot, you can lock the rooms and that, so the adults can't go into the kids' room and stuff like that. I apologize, that was my dog. So I'm just putting some clutter on the table in the kids' room because she is going to be my university sim, so I'm gonna like carry that save over maybe to another save which is purposefully going to be university, which I'm really looking forward to because I haven't messed about with that at all yet. I was thinking of possibly doing a series on it. I'm not too sure yet, but it could definitely be a possibility. One of the things that I absolutely adored from the debug menu with the Realm of Magic magic pack is the wands and the broomsticks, as well as like the little knick-knack books. I don't know what it is. I just freaking love them. They are so cute, and they make great decorative pieces. So I was trying to figure out a way to like make the desk a little bit cluttery, you know, kind of like teen, young adult type thing. But I couldn't quite get it to work. I was struggling with it, and like I said, towards the end I do actually I don't know if I moved it and took screenshots of it, but with the desk how it is with all of the things on, I couldn't just like get my sim to, I couldn't just click on the computer and be like, right, play a game or do this, that, or the other, because she just wouldn't do it. So the way that I had to do it was sit her in the chair first and then click on the computer and tell her to like play a game or do whatever, and she'd do it absolutely fine. So it sucks because the desk looks super like nice and cluttery to me like that, but yeah, I had to change it out so that I could just click on the computer without having to click on the chair first. So yeah, a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. So the kids room, I keep saying kids room because it was intended for that, but now she's an adult or a teen, I can't remember. It's been a few days since I played that save, but she's almost on her way to university. Let's just go like that. So the whole idea for that I had behind this, because it was a played household that I'm doing, is she wants to get into like art and kind of like creative side of things, this, that, and the other. So I just went through the debug menu and I found all of this like cluttery, arty kind of stuff, and I was just like, that is perfect for underneath the little easel. So I decided to do all that and then have some slight accents of pink and stuff, and I absolutely love that like bat teddy bear thing. It's so cute, and I decided to put some crystals and little bits around there to make it a little bit more decorative. This room and the room upstairs, the kind of like what do you call it, the witchy room, those are two of the rooms that I definitely did kind of like decorate out to the max, along with the kitchen and the utility room. I think those are quite decorative as well. I do put in a bassinet into the adults room because of the theme that I was going for and what I was using this room for. So upstairs on the desk that is in the potion witchy room, these potions that you can have from the debug menu, I absolutely freaking love them. They are so cool, especially when you go into live mode to actually start like working and bubbling and stuff. And I took some cool screenshots. I think I've put one of them in at the end of this video just because I liked it so much. But it's just so cool that they actually can like work. In my game, I don't think it's on the one that I'm going to put on the gallery, but in my game I decided to actually put another computer up there for the parents to use, seeing as I've kind of like locked the kids' room so that the parents can go in it. So the garden, I was trying my hardest to do a little bit of terrain stuff because I don't do it an awful lot. I just find it kind of really hard, and I was struggling with this so much. Honestly, I probably spent an hour on it and I hated it, so I ended up kind of just taking it all the way back down to flat ground. But I knew I wanted a sort of I was just about to say lake, a little pond in the middle, make it a little bit like a witchy and stuff. And at the moment in my game, it is, I think it's spring or something, and the trees are like all dead and stuff, so it really kind of emphasizes the whole kind of like magical, sort of vampire-esque, but not kind of vibe, if you will. So I ended up decking out the kind of like a pond a bit and putting loads of rocks and stuff around the outside, just because I wanted the garden to be a little bit kind of like, I don't really want to say fantasy, like, I don't know, like fairy like, if you will. It's not necessarily a place where my Sims are going to hang out an awful lot, as I've put like gravestones in the back. It's sort of a mix between goth and magic type thing. So I did end up putting a little seat outside. I think I ended up changing that, as well as in my personal game. I don't think it'll be on the one in the gallery. I could put it in the one on the gallery if you guys are interested, but I do end up, the upstairs room, I end up actually extending the kind of like balcony to go across like the side and back of the house, so that I can put some plants up there for them to grow, like herbs and stuff for their potions and things like that. So that's something that I have changed that probably won't be in the one that I have put on the gallery, but it was really easy to do if you guys want like a little grow place, or you can easily take out some of these kind of like leaves and stuff that I've put around there outside of the garden and put like grow beds there instead, if that's something that you would like as well. I just, as I was playing it, I was just like, they need to be able to grow their own stuff, where am I going to put this? So I ended up making another kind of like little rooftop area for the whole grow bed stuff out on there, next to the witchy room, and I thought that it suited really well as it's kind of like the witchy room. These vines that I put up, I thought that they were just too much. I was looking at them and I was just like, there's just too much, it's too much. So I end up changing those. I think I keep 1 or 2 of them, and the pond area, I just wanted it to be really kind of like cluttery fantasy, kind of like fairy like, but not, if you get what I mean. So I ended up doing just like a lot of trees and stuff, and I really like the idea of rocks and plants coming out of the water, kind of like algae or something, just like growing in there and coming out. But yeah, so I ended up using this vine, which I have used around the front of the house as well in a couple of places, and I choose to just have one of those little plants. I think that looks a lot nicer and not so much kind of like layering in your face, like the big ones that I had in there. And then the front of the house, I just decided to kind of like rock it up, and it's got so many rocks in there. I found these like huge boulders, and I was just like, I don't know what to do here, so I'll just put in some rocks. I like landscaping, not like using the terrain tool or anything like that, but like plants and bushes and stuff. But sometimes I struggle and I don't know what to do with certain places. I feel like if you have more Sims, or you have kind of like a purpose for your Sims where they're going to be using the garden a lot, then it makes it a little bit easier. But for my Sims, the garden, that was just purely a kind of like decorative place where they'd go and like, I don't know, read a book or something, not necessarily something that was super functional for me, which is why I just decided to kind of like rock, I put loads of rocks on the outside to like the right side of the house, as well as I put loads of really big kind of like bushes going around the other side of the house. Kind of sort of unnecessary, because sometimes I feel like I have to cover the whole ground in stuff for a build, and it's not necessarily like, you don't have to, and I think that's something that I've definitely come to realize while doing speed builds and stuff. But I really quite liked how those bushes worked, so I just decided to carry them on around the other side of the house. I think those ones come with the Island Living pack, I believe, and then I put some rocks in and stuff like that. But there are some screenshots coming up. I really hope this is a build that you guys enjoyed. I absolutely love this one, and like I said, I'm playing at the moment and everything is working absolutely fine. It will be on the gallery if you guys are interested. Just search the hashtag TigerJelly. As always, thank you all so much for watching this video. I do post some screenshots on Instagram if you guys are interested. It's mainly gaming screenshots. My Instagram is in the description as well. But thank you all so much for watching. Hit the like button, leave comments down below. Do not forget to subscribe if you are new, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.